So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story, how we got here. So where is Jack Chapman? Is he still here? So Jack Chapman, Floyd and I started dating, we met 38 years ago, right about now actually. And I heard about Jack Chapman almost right from the beginning. And how we wanted to take over Jack Chapman's shop. Well, he was an apprentice mechanic at that point. So we got him a teacher. So during that time, Floyd became allergic to the chemicals. So we knew he had to change a career. And he had been staying in touch with Jack and all that sort of stuff. And all of a sudden, Tom Jones is here somewhere, I think. And Tom Jones called and said, is this Floyd Ellis' wife? I said, yes. I'm from Trenton. I said, okay. And yeah, are you willing to move? No. That was my answer really fast. No, I'm not coming. Anyhow, but I said, this is Floyd's dream. And that's why the poster, the banner talks about it. This was his dream, to take over the auto shop from Jack Chapman. And ironically, Jack Chapman was the auto teacher for 29 years. Floyd is finishing on his 29th year. So this is amazing that we've had that. That wasn't planned, but it's so cool that it's happened. So long story short, he comes and has an interview, not like we have to go through. I think you went and had a coffee with Ernie Cadet. Yeah. Ernie Cadet unfortunately can't be here. He's babysitting his grandkids in St. Thomas. But anyhow, and so that's how Floyd got his job. And then they ended up getting him to come. Oh yeah, so how long did you make him wait? He did not. It was about 2 weeks. He made them wait. He was brat. And so I was working nights. I used to be a respiratory therapist in my other life. And so Floyd picked me up. We went out for breakfast. He said we have to make a decision. And I went and I sat and I sat down, I started to cry because I was afraid to move to Trenton. And I said, I can't take away your dream. So he called and said, I accept. That sound great? Pretty close? Well, it did work out, but I was scared because I didn't know. Right?
And were you from Chatham?
No, I'm from London.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was like, London had it all. And what are you going to hit town? Like, that's what I thought. Well, but it's like, anyhow, so it's been quite the journey. We've had so much happen in our lives, a lot of awesome things happen. Our 2 boys weren't born here, but they grew up here, and they're tigers. So our 3 boys, my 3 boys, oldest, are all tigers. And maybe Tracy will become a tiger and Bo, wherever they are.
Heather.
I know, I'm trying to find them. Oh, right there, there's Bo. And that's his killer. And I don't know where Tracy is. Tracy's friend, he's somewhere. He's probably with Tommy, one of his buddies, who happens to be the son of a former student, Derek. What are the odds? Eh? I don't know. I've lost him. Anyhow, I want to read something. So Floyd got an honor, and I think you saw it for the people that are in the Facebook group, that Floyd won an Inspiring Excellence Award. And I just want to read what they said, because this is the best way to summarize it all. I've never met Floyd Ellis. I would not know him if I ran into him in the halls of Trenton High School. However, as an employee who has the opportunity to work and interact with staff and students in all HPE secondary schools, I know he is an impactful educator. I first heard his name mentioned from one of his colleagues who had transferred to PECI. Ron Ferdinand, where are you? That's all Ron's fault. There he is at the back, yeah. And while I was teaching there, this teacher talked about Floyd with such reverence. He talked about the success he had in his classes, specifically how he had such buy-in from his students. His students flocked to his courses and he challenged them to be better versions of themselves. His students knew that while his expectations were high, he had their backs and would be relentless in their support of them developing their own aspirations. In my central role as a dual credit coordinator, I work with many of Floyd's kids. He pushes them out of their comfort zones and into college programs. He checks in with them, listens to them, and is there for them long after they graduate from his classes. His disciples, many of whom would be considered disengaged and at risk, not only respect him, they adore him. This semester, he encouraged 3 female students to take a dual credit course in manufacturing. They became interested in auto mechanics because they felt safe in Floyd's classes. He pushed them to do more and expand their opportunities in the trades. They now walk the halls of Loyola College in their steel-toed boots and talk about progress with graduation and life after high school. So that's that part. And then the next part says, I first learned about Floyd Ellis through one of my school within a college student who was struggling to secure cooperative education placement. The student approached me and asked me to reach out to Mr. Ellis because as his automotive teacher who had worked with him over the years, Mr. Ellis knew his capabilities, knew the industry, and had connections in the community that might help the student find a placement. I reached out to Floyd to ask him for help. His response was swift and enthusiastic. Within hours, Floyd connected with the student in question to discuss what type of placement he was looking for. Within days, he had phoned and met a number of his contacts, and within weeks, the student began his placement. Floyd is an educator who understands the importance of putting students first, offering them opportunities to succeed, and most meaningfully, believing in them and making their way through high school. He does not hesitate to go the extra mile to support growth and learning in skilled trades. His influence extends beyond the classroom and into the community. When I mentioned Mr. Ellis, the auto parts store owner, when my student is working, Rod couldn't say enough about the kindness and support that Floyd had heaped upon him since he opened the store. He enthusiastically shared what a wonderful man he is and made sure I understand how lucky his students are to be taught by him. I could not agree more. Floyd is an example to all educators who are nearing the end of their careers. Instead of counting the days before his own graduation from teaching, he is gathering speed and ensuring that his last few months of teaching are impactful and meaningful. Receiving this award would confirm that his students and his colleagues see him and appreciate his work and support all of them. So just for the record, you're here because you were hard to find, most of you. But you're here because he touched your life, but you also touched his. Floyd talks about his students all the time. And he's just like, do you remember this student? Or do you remember so-and-so? Do you remember when? And he's done some pretty wild things. Bathtub races and electric car building, restoring vehicles, all that sort of stuff. And all I know is you're amazing as your wife. I can say that. You're amazing sometimes too, but I'll go with that. Anyhow. So, if you don't know already, there's a banner in the back or in the other room. Please sign it before you go. We're in the process of getting ready to build a house, and I felt that was the most fitting big gift we could give Floyd. But before I do anything else, I have a couple things that I need to do. Where is Will Scott? Is he still here? Is Will Scott still here?
Yeah, right here.
Where are you, Will? Hi, Will. Come here. Here's the part. Oh, careful. This is for you. These are your first tickets that I know that was bought. There you go. So that was a donation from Canadian Tire, who's trying to recruit Floyd to work there. And the other thing that's happened, Floyd's actually been very supportive of Canadian Tire over the years and helped them get students and that sort of stuff. Now, there's another really special person here, and Floyd needs to take this to, do you know who? What do you think?
Come on.
Your first student. Yeah. So Joe Kelsey is from Floyd's very first class. This lady right here. So this is a little gift for you because you're the reason that he came here. And so this is a little thank you for putting up with him. And Floyd had the privilege of teaching your twins. So anyhow, so that's a little something for Joe. So this is, I hope you will appreciate this. So he was a student first, grade from 79 to 83. That's all the craziness happened. And then I'm taking note of something. Anybody like red green? I didn't know that. I had moving tape. That's the best I could do. Yeah, where's Chopper? He's up here.
Chopper's there.
So this is a little something, and this is what the money, the tickets went to this. So it says on one side you're a student, your years of being a teacher, and I think you will love that, Floyd. You might even want to put it on for see if it fits.
Sure.
Yeah. Fashion show. Yeah, hold on. you know me, right?
Well, I'm sure you love trying out clothes.
There you go.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, thank you very much for buying tickets. We have at least $1,500 that is going to be donated to the Food for Learning program here. Because throughout the years, Floyd has spent, I don't know how much money making sure kids were fed, especially for the Food for Learning program. So I believe that that is totally fitting, and I hope everybody appreciates what I decided. So this is another one because he's not going to do it. So this is important. What is it? And, all right, all the students say it at once. What's the only tools you're allowed to use?
BFH.
Oh! You need to go, what is, come on guys, what's the brand represent? Snap on!
Only tools.
You move. I'm into the light though.
So this was donated by Patrick Deckard, one Floyd grad.
Is this for watching here? Dodging a wrench? Really? Where's the
Which
clock?
really was at least 5.
Well, that's true. How do I put it out before you put it back?
We will be getting an engraved, I just didn't have it on time. Marcel, are you here? Sue! Come on, Sue, do you want to say a couple words?
Well, I think we're all over here, teachers, amazing teacher, and I gotta say, I'm pretty happy I attended every time I did. I had two amazing teachers, some of which are here, but definitely through the years I became friends with Floyd's family, and he's always been the kind of guy, we all know, like, I went through some hard stuff, he's always been the kind of guy I could go down by his own head and stuff, and I just want to say thank you. I appreciate you, and I know what you just do. And we just want to thank you for speaking in our lives and being here for us. We needed it. All right.
Before I give you the mic, let me say it
This is quite overwhelming, and I'm very humbled. I haven't heard it enough. I'll pretend that I have something to say. I didn't prepare anything. Quite frankly, as I leave this career, which I've really enjoyed this career. It's a lot of fun. I have family, friends, you're all good. I'm leaving, and it's my colleagues that are still here. They should be celebrated. They should be celebrated all the time. The teaching staff at Trent High School has been wonderful. We really are a small school with a team approach, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. I mean, I don't know. I see Kathy, I see our administration team, I see staff members, and that's really what it's all about. The 29 years has been a lot of fun. I mean, there's so many stories, and over the years, I mean, a student dropping a bag of dope and walking up behind and saying, "Hey, dude, you dropped the radio." It's a high school every day. It's like, you really get paid this way. I mean, quite frankly, I've been paid to goof around and hang out with you guys. Go home every day and have a story, or 2 or 3 or a dozen, or 2 dozen, or where's testing?
Don't pull it down.
Aerosol can on fire. Where did they go?
Don't pull it down.
Under the principal's car. I mean, it's all those things. It's just it's a good gig. It's going to be left in good hands, and it's been fun. Eleanor, as I look over to you, we first started the roast duck. Some of these parties we've had, just that's razor, right handle, just some of the stuff we used to do, ship of fools, and the things the staff used to do. It's just crazy what goes on after you guys have gone out there. Your kids, we used to party once in a while. And it's Kathy's going, oh. It was a good time. Good team, good effort. It's not about you guys, it's not our team. We refer to you as our kids. You're our kids. We worry about you. We think about you. We can't help that. It's just the way it is.
We love you, Mr. Ellis.
I'm looking for the original tech team and then the other tech team. Where's Paul Matesic? Is he up?
Julio.
Julio. Where's Julio? Somewhere. This man is the reason Floyd is a mechanic, or service tech, or whatever you want to call him. And he came from London. He is one of Floyd's mentors. And they became besties, and I don't know where the heck they are right now. But they came up, especially on this as well. We've got people from Glencoe, we've got people from BC, we've got Jeff Frere from BC, we've got Jeff White from New Brunswick. This is certainly a lot. We have people that are watching right now that are in Finland and all across Canada. We have a lot of people in the services and that sort of stuff, and they can't be here because of the job. So that's what this is for, just so you know. We're recording it as well, and we're going to send it. And I'd like to bring the family up. So these are, no, you have to go too. So these are and yeah, there's a lot of people, Clark. That's touched a lot of people. So this is Clarky, and this is Tracy, and Logo, and Clark's beautiful wife, Lana, and this is Dr. Taylor Ellis, and Sydney, his beautiful wife. Taylor's a doctor of education, everybody.